Hello everyone, it is a bittersweet video for me today. This video is kind of difficult to make because I've had a really great time working here. Today, it is my last day working at CoiSmart and TankSmart. Well, by the time you see this video, I am officially no longer an employee at CoiSmart and TankSmart. And that is because, unfortunately, I had to move from Lake Worth all the way to Port St. Lucie because our current lease expired in Lake Worth, so we had to move to Port St. Lucie. And because Port St. Lucie is far from TankSmart and CoiSmart, I have no choice but to resign from my position here at TankSmart and CoiSmart. It has been an absolute honor to work at a fish store. It has always been a lifelong dream of mine, and I am grateful, humbled, and honored that I had the opportunity to work at a fish store, engage with aquarium hobbyists, and sell tropical fish. Now, the sad thing about my move is I also can't have aquariums at my new house at the moment, but I am working on that. What I'm really saddened about is having to leave CoiSmart and TankSmart. I really loved it here. I felt like I was a part of a fish keeping family, and I really loved working at a fish store. It is no joke when I say this was the best job that I have ever had, and it sucks that I have to leave it. But I'm always going to be part of the TankSmart and CoiSmart family. I'm always going to support them, and I'm going to continue to share them on social media. I, Aqua Alice Cardinale, would just like to publicly thank CoiSmart and TankSmart for allowing me to work with them for the last 6.5 months and allowing me to share them on my YouTube channel. It has been an incredible honor. A huge thank you to the manager at CoiSmart, Johnny, for giving me a chance and allowing me to work with him at CoiSmart. It was an honor meeting people who were pond enthusiasts who love koi and ponds. And one day I will absolutely have a pond. It is because of CoiSmart I got to meet one of my favorite YouTubers, Paul Cafaro. That was an awesome honor. And I met some incredible fish keepers, some of whom I have become friends with, which is awesome. Not to mention the incredible coworkers that I've got. I've got my amazing friend Frankie here at TankSmart. I've got Noel, who works at both CoiSmart and TankSmart, Peanut over at CoiSmart, all the amazing coworkers that I got to share my fish keeping experience with. Was always a blast. So it is a pleasant adieu for now. Maybe I'll be back in the future if I ever move to Palm Beach County again. I'm going to leave the door open to work here again. I would love to work here once again. But I definitely want to thank CoiSmart and TankSmart for the amazing opportunity. I wish them the best. I wish them the greatest success in the future. And I hope to see you guys thrive. Aqua Alice Cardinale signing off from TankSmart Aquariums for the very last time. Thank you guys for everything. And now here's a montage of my greatest moments here at CoiSmart and TankSmart.
Oh my gosh. Can you do it? It's not easy. It's not an easy task.
The bigger guy. He looks better.
It's not an easy task. Oh. 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 It doesn't help that you got this little opening to get the net
yeah,
there,
you know,
too.
if I was taller, I could reach in and just grab him. I don't want to uproot his tank for prawns.
There's one right here, too.
Oh, yeah.
See him going that way? Right in the corner there.
If I can just turn it around.
Oh, right here. Right here.
Here we go.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, he went around the back. And look at that, just like that. Got your little bristle nose stuck in it. Get out of there. There we go. Boom. Beautiful, beautiful pleco.
I'll double tap it too.
That's that green phantom. Alrighty guys, massive shout out to Alex here. we got our Pleco, we've got our Discus, and he's been a huge help here at Koi Smart. So this is gonna go on your channel, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if you're not following Alex, you better go down there, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button while you're down there. Ain't no point not to. And Alex, you're the man, dude.
No,
Appreciate
you're the
you,
man.
man. Knuckles with the camera. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into his channel. And we're gonna put these in the truck and I'll take them back to my house. Appreciate you, bro.
You're welcome. Ay caramba. Check out the size of this massive Tessellata moray eel. We got two Tessellata moray eels in, but this new one dwarfs our current Tessellata moray eel. This big guy right here is about 4 feet in length, believe it or not. Very massive tessellata moray eel, and I love tessellata moray eels. Look at the chompers on that guy. Very beautiful fish. All right, I have a very special guest joining me in the hot seat today. I'm very excited for this. Please welcome my good friend and my coworker, Frankie Harryhill. Frankie, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you, Alex?
I'm doing great. First of all, I want to thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure and an honor.
Of course, man. It's my pleasure.
Awesome. You're one of my all-time favorite coworkers, and I've had a lot of coworkers, and I think you're my favorite.
Wow. Thanks a lot. I think you're about the same, too.
Awesome. Awesome. So how long have you been working for TakeSmart?
I've been here about 2.5, 3 years. And, I've seen the ups and downs of it, but I've been enjoying my time here.
Nice. So what do you like the most about working at a fish store?
Probably when I get to interact with the fish, like feeding, or even when I catch them, like sometimes I put my hand in there and they clean the shrimp, they clean my hands, stuff like that, when I get to interact with the fish.
You do a great job. You actually taught me how to bag better. All right, so one of my top videos that I have done, which is probably a 10 or 11-year-old video, is a fish bagging demonstration. That video from 10 or 11 years ago has over 12,000 views, and it was filmed by tropical fish store owner Dave from School of Fish Inc. in Massachusetts. Well, fast forward 10 years later, and now I, Aqua Alex Cardinale, am excited to show you how to bag tropical fish. And I learned how to bag tropical fish a number of years ago when I volunteered to work at a local fish store in my area. But I've been out of the fish store industry for some time, and I just recently got back into it. And I had to learn or relearn how to bag fish properly, but now I can confidently say I have that skill back under my belt. And luckily, I learned how to bag properly from a good friend of mine and a coworker of mine who just happens to work here at TakeSmart, and his name is Frankie. But anyway, I want to show you the proper way to bag fish properly in case you were like me one day and you lost the ability to bag, or you forgot the ability to bag properly. I'm going to teach you how to bag fish properly so that when you do sell fish or rehome them, you can do it properly. Now, when I was first taught about bagging fish, I was taught that the right amount of air to water is proper. So this is probably the perfect amount of water for bagging. So you want about 50% air and 50% water. 50% air, 50% water is what I use for local orders. So local orders would be customers that come into the fish store and purchase a fish. However, if I am shipping fish, then I'm going to want to do 60% air and 40% water. So that means I would do a little bit less water in this bag. But since today we're only doing a demonstration, there's no live fish in here. So I'm going to do 50-50. and I'm going to show you the proper way to bag. And by the way I bag, I don't need oxygen because the way I bag. But some people do like to put oxygen in the bag, and there are ways you can do that. But first I'm going to show you the traditional way of bagging, which is simply grabbing the bag and then quickly and as firm as you can, grabbing the top, twisting, and then twisting it like that. And then once you feel it become firm and nice and tight, you can twist it around your hand until you get a nice motion. And then you grab a rubber band. It's kind of hard to explain. I just learned by doing, so I'm going to try to show you as best as I can. And you just you manipulate the rubber band on there until you get a nice seal, and you know that the bag won't leak or pop open when the customer heads home. And that is the last thing that you want. And I always like to double make sure that it won't pop open. So there you have it. That is perfect. And that is good. And now, a fish like this can last in this bag for at least 10 hours or so. So you can definitely ship a fish like this. And as you can see, it is properly bagged. It's not going to leak water, and the fish are going to be great. Now, obviously, for fish like plecos, cichlids, or anything with spikes like a fox-faced rabbitfish, you're definitely going to want a double bag to make sure that they don't puncture a hole. And now you know how to properly bag a fish. Thank you for watching me, Aqua Alex, demonstrate how to bag a fish. This bag of fish cost $59.99. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, thank you for watching me show you how to bag fish properly. Alright, it is time for this week's Tank Smart featured fish. And today, I am featuring a beautiful saltwater fish. This is a fish that a lot of people shy away from because it is one of the most dangerous fish out there. Only if you get stung by it though. See, those fins right there are venomous. They have some really, really potent venom in them, but you can only get hurt if you get stung. You treat these guys with respect, and if you admire these guys respectfully, you'll be A-okay. So this is a Valentine lionfish, one of my all-time favorite saltwater fish. It is a predatory fish that comes from the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. However, they have become invasive here in Florida. However, they are a really fun saltwater fish to keep in a fish only with live rock system or a large predatory reef. These guys can get 18 inches in length. Really fun fish to feed. This guy is actually going to be a display fish here at Tank Smart. The reason I have him is for this video, but I'm also moving him into our display tank, which I'll show you momentarily. So this is this week's Tank Smart featured fish. A lovely, this guy came in beautiful, Valentine lionfish. Look at the colors on this guy. He is a stunner. Real pretty fish. A lot of people are afraid of these guys, and for good reason, but I respect them. I know that they have the potential to harm me, so I'm not going to go out of my way to try and touch those venomous fins. I definitely will be keeping lionfish again. I love them. If I had a saltwater tank, this guy would be coming home with me, but instead, I'm going to take care of him in our display tank, feed him some good food, and watch him get larger. And then maybe when I have a saltwater tank, I can grab this guy. Real beautiful fish. He came in looking perfect. A good 4.5 inches or so. So that is this week's Tank Smart featured fish. I'm going to bag him up and then acclimate him to his display aquarium. Look at the colors on this guy. All right, it is time for this week's Tank Smart featured fish. And this week we're featuring a very adorable fish. This is a dog-face puffer. It is very, very adorable. One of my all-time favorite puffer fish. These guys are saltwater puffers. They can get about a foot long, sometimes even larger. Sometimes they can get up to 14 inches, but still a very, very cool puffer fish. These guys are great in fish only with live rock systems, with other predatory saltwater fish like lionfish, other puffers, triggers, and moray eels. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this guy in our predatory display tank, which has right now some anthias and a lionfish and a moray eel in there. So I'm going to put the dog-face puffer in our display tank. I'm going to feed him well. He's going to be eating some market shrimp and tilapia, and we're going to fatten this guy out, and I'm going to show you what a good, healthy, large dog-face puffer looks like in a few months. So give me a few months to raise this guy in our display tank, and you will have a beautiful dog-face puffer that's going to look great in our display. I love the dog-face puffer. This is the ordinary dog-face puffer, but there are other variations. There's a yellow belly dog-face puffer. There is a Dalmatian dog-face puffer, which is a lot of money, but it is extremely rare and extremely beautiful. Look at the beauty of this dog-face puffer. So he's getting ready to go in his new display tank, so I'm gonna bag him up and put him in there in just a second. That is this week's Tank Smart featured fish. Check us out, Tank Smart Aquarium, 6680 Lantana Road, Lake Worth, Florida.